How's it going, everyone? Supporter FC, what's up? Yeah, you were first. Mr. Daniel, GD Deluxe, Abdul, Locke, Confused Cactus, Dybala. What's up, Dybala? Training Videos World, Numpty ZZ, JL, Antro, Victor, Sam, Mingza, Lordingus, Danny. Alright, I'm probably gonna start with this deck because I actually haven't played it yet. And apparently it's pretty good this meta, so I'm gonna try it out. The Gobhut is honestly kinda good now, not gonna lie. I've matched this deck like 10 times, and I've never used it. That's why I'm gonna try it out for like the first deck I use. I might switch though after a little while, I'll see. But like I was playing Grand Challenges and I matched this deck like probably like 2 or 3 times every time I played a Grand Challenge the last few times. Like so many people are playing it. I don't know if it's like too broken, just because there's a lot of you know, people running Earthquake and Poison, but I don't know, apparently it's pretty decent. It pushed to 1 below ultimate using E-Golem. E-Golem. Interesting. Alright, this is probably P.E.K.K.A. This should be, I think, a very easy matchup because the Rascals are so good against the P.E.K.K.A. Also, like the, well, honestly, I mean, oh, it's not even P.E.K.K.A. What the heck? Bro has Ghost, Magic Archer, and Poison with Giant Skelly instead of P.E.K.K.A. I'm so confused. Alright, well, it's Balloon. That Gobhut is really good against Balloon. The fact that it spawns 3 makes it so difficult for the Balloon to get through. I kind of want to poison that, but at the same time, yeah, I guess it's a good thing I didn't poison it. Just go Goblins here. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. Pop the ability for sure. I'll do it anyway, because the Phoenix isn't really that good against Swarms. I don't know if that was worth it, but that was kind of a bad Balloon. Yeah, Balloon's not going to do anything there. What's up? Prod, how you doing? Alright. Giant Skelly coming in. Guess we could... Oh, that's gonna line up, yeah, dang. It's a good Magic Archer. Get a... Yeah, I'm in a graveyard now. We got the Phoenix that respawned. That's gonna be Tower. How's he gonna defend that? Maybe not Tower, but it's gonna be pretty close. Yep, pretty much Tower. Those skeletons just started piling damage at the end there. GG. Is Graveyard considered beatdown? I would say it's like kind of control. I don't know. I don't know if I'd really say it's beatdown. I mean, it's obviously more similar to beatdown than cycle, but I think it's kind of like a control deck. I don't know. The next time you stream, can you do a vid on you pushing to Uptime Champion? You mean Ultimate? Well, what do you mean by that? Can I do a vid on me? Well, what? Can you like explain what you mean by that? I'm kind of confused. Maybe it's just because of how you worded it or something. Yeah, we can Phoenix. This could be Lumberloon freeze potentially. Because he got Bowler Bar Barrel. Yeah, that's probably what it is. I'm going to apply pressure here because his Bar Barrel's out of cycle. Lumberloon doesn't have good answers to the graveyard. Besides Bar Barrel. He got back to it though. I guess that was a little aggressive, but it's fine. He's calling the WoW probably because it was aggressive, but we can defend easily if he decides to pressure. Because I can go Hut and Phoenix. Can you do another tier list with Surtag? I'm not sure. I could ask him. I mean, that's not a bad idea. What's the humming sound? I think someone's mowing their lawn outside. Or it could be like the landscaping company or whatever. Because, yeah. That's definitely what it would have to be. He might freeze. No, he doesn't. Okay, not a great start, but it's far from over. Skelly King here. I'm gonna try to do something here. Let's go like this, and then if he... Dang, that was kind of a... Wait. Bro! That's a lot of damage. The Rascal Girls are no joke after the buff they got. That's actually crazy. We're gonna have to go in here. Pressure. Okay, nice. He bowlered. So nice. He spent so much there. That's a lot. Bowler, Lumberjack, and he still took damage. And now he doesn't have Lumberjack with the balloon, which is really nice. We could probably go Goblin Hut. Oh, wow. He's going opposite. I don't know how I feel about that play. I don't think I need a poison. We could probably just Phoenix, because even if that balloon gets a couple shots, it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, it should be game. Just gotta pretty much get a few skeleton hits and then we can poison. I'll probably just poison now, actually. Because even if this doesn't take the tower, we just have to get back to one more. But I think we'll probably get it. I mean, that was a little close. Not gonna lie, but you know. Daniel with the $5 donation says RG, Skeleton King, Fisherman, Zappies, Mother Witch, Arrows, Tombstone, Mirror. 20 if you play that deck next. Yeah, I could play a game with that deck, sure. I mean, I think it's probably not the greatest deck because of the Mirror. However, a good deck with the Mirror would be this right here. Like, this deck is actually really solid with the Mirror. A lot of people are running this in competitive, but yeah, I can play a game with that deck. Why not? I don't know what deck I want to replace here. Let's see. I'll actually replace this deck. Yeah, let me make it real quick. RG Skeleton King. Zappies, Mother Witch, Arrows, Tombstone, Mirror. Mother Witch instead of Hunter. Yeah, I think that's right. RG, Skeleton King, Fisherman, Zappies, Mother Witch, Arrows, Mirror, Tombstone. Alright. Yeah, I'll play a game with it. Daniel, I got you. What decks would you say your master is using? Probably not too many, to be honest. It's pretty hard to, like, master a deck, you know? I think even when you're very good at it, there's always room to get better, so... So I'd say, like, not a whole lot. Even the stuff I'm pretty good at. Antho with the $10 donation says, longtime fan. Boss, I love your videos. You helped me get Ultimate Champ next season. Much love, brother. Yeah, I'm glad I could help, but, I mean, make sure to give yourself credit, too. But I'm glad, my tips could help you out. I appreciate that, donation, and, yeah, I'm glad I could help you, man. Shoot, I gotta... Is that gonna activate the King Tower? Nah, it doesn't. Bad placement with the Fisherman. Dang, yeah, chat's going kind of crazy with the donations. I can barely keep up. I mean, Sam, I would say, like, I'm pretty good with, I'm pretty good with Sparky, RG, Lava, stuff like that. E-Giant. I'm pretty good with Mega Knight Wall Breakers and, like, Bridge Spam, too. Like, that Bridge Spam Ramrider Monk deck. But I don't know, there's probably not a lot of things I've mastered. And Daniel with the 20 bomb as well. Let's go, Daniel, staying true to his word. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. We'll try to win with the deck for you. I think it's looking pretty good right now. The Tombstone's going to do really good against the Prince. So we RG here. Yeah, this is, a pretty easy matchup, I would say, for sure. Would you say you're good with log bait? I can use it well enough. I mean, I'm not great with it. Like, I mean, I don't think I could, like, get an amazing finish on ladder with it. Like, I don't think I could get top 100 with it. I could probably get top 1000 with it. Or, like, top 500. And I can use some different kind of bait. Like, I've used double barrel bait before in competitive and stuff, but I don't really run traditional log bait that much. I don't think it's that good, though, either. Because I think it's the type of deck where it's like, if you're not a one-trick with it, it's not going to be that good. But yeah, Daniel, this deck is really solid overall. I think the main thing, though, is probably swapping Mirror out for something would be really good. Like, maybe Log instead of Mirror. And the deck would probably be pretty perfect besides that. That would be, like, my recommendation if you want to try that out. Just because this whole game, I haven't really found myself an opportunity to use the Mirror. I feel like it's kind of... Like, I sort of feel like it's a dead card in most matchups. Just with this particular deck. I think, there's very few times where you're gonna want to go in for, like, a mirrored RG. Whereas with this deck here, this, like, Royal Hog deck with the mirror, you very commonly will mirror the Royal Hogs, like, if they have their counter out of rotation that they use for the Royal Hogs. But I guess the RG, it's harder to mirror because it's a 7 elixir RG, which is hard to get down. Maybe Lightning. Yeah, Lightning Arrows, I guess, could work. Fireball, maybe. Is there a deck you haven't won a Grand Challenge with yet? I'm sure there's some, because there's probably, like, an infinite amount of decks in the game. There's, like, millions of decks, so... I would say there's definitely some. But yeah, Daniel, it's definitely a good deck overall, and thank you so much for the donation, man. It was fun to play. What was I gonna say? I think there was, like, a message I was gonna read, and I forgot to read it. Yeah. Still plays. Yeah, I still play competitive. I just hate the timing it's at. I need to fix my sleep schedule. I think I would actually be quite a good competitive player if I had a normal sleep schedule. Like if I woke up at like 7 or 8 a.m., I'd probably play way better. Because competitive favors EU times nowadays. What I mean by that is pretty much every competitive event is late in the morning for NA or early afternoon, which is like perfect time for EU. So Asia and NA kind of the time for NA isn't the time for competitive isn't as good for NA and Asia, especially if you live on the West Coast. If you live on the West Coast, it's quite a bad time for NA for sure. But for me, I mean, I'm on the East Coast, so I feel like it's not really that bad. But just, I don't know. I mean, I'm just used to waking up pretty late, so. I'm gonna see how early I can wake up for this weekend to play CRL. Are you gonna post your grinder account? Daniel with another 10. Is that I've never used that before. That's like is that like a dating site or app, I think? Is that what that is? I think it's a new one, right? Is that what that is? Or am I being stupid? I actually I haven't I don't know much about that. No lie. I hardly know anything about Grindr. Um the ones I'm most familiar with are like Tinder, Bumble, Hinge is one like I recently found out about. Um in all seriousness though, I kind of decided to, not use dating apps anymore. I could, talk a while about reasons why, but I just find it to be a waste of time for the most part. I could explain why, but I just think they're not really worth it. It can be expensive too, and like it's a waste of money too. For like Tinder especially, because obviously if you want to actually reach more people, you have to spend money, which is a waste, and just statistically, it's a waste too. For those of you guys who, I'll just say this, because like if any of you guys are in the chat thinking about using dating apps, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're, if you're a guy, especially a young guy, it's not worth it. Because statistically, there's actually, on the apps, there's 2 times the amount of women on dating apps. Or sorry, 2 times the amount of men on dating apps than women. So if you're a straight guy, right, you're kind of wasting your time. There's a lot of competition, whereas in real life, it's more 50-50. Yeah, sorry, I said that wrong. But basically, on dating apps, there's twice the amount of men as women. It might even be more like 2.5 times. So what that means is the women on dating apps are gonna go for the top guys that are the best looking. That's the reality. That's how dating apps work. I mean, you can't really be mad about it or upset about it. Just realize it's a waste of time, and real life is gonna be a better option, because on dating apps, the reality is looks are the primary thing that matter. So if you're not amazing looking, like you're better off like real life, right? Where there's less competition, relatively speaking. Because instead of there being way less girls, it's more 50-50. It's more fair if you're kind of an average guy, right? So if you're thinking about using dating apps, I would recommend for most of you not to use it. I wouldn't get into it. Because I have had them, like, at one point, when I was, like, 18, I guess early 19, and then it was, like, around a few months ago, I decided I'm done with it, and I'm never using them again. I'm glad I kind of learned that it's a waste of time, so I didn't continue to use them. Yeah, like that would be my advice, though. For the majority of guys, I mean, there's exceptions, right? But for the most part, you don't want to use them. This guy's got Musk Knight. I don't know what this guy's using. Boss has been red pilled. I am definitely what you would consider quote unquote red pill. I'm probably also a little bit black pill. I don't even want to get into all that because that's like it's super cringe to talk about. The thing is I don't even want to talk about all that stuff because the vast majority of the population don't even talk about that. It's honestly kind of weird talking about all that online, like, and that's why I also don't want to get into it. That's part of the reason too why I stopped the dating apps, because of all the stuff online, you know. Like with the videos on YouTube too, it's like it's easy to get sucked into the whole like blue pill, red pill, black pill nonsense, you know. And I was kind of going down that path a little bit, and I was like, you know, why am I wasting my time with all this? It's when the truth is most guys like, in the real world don't even worry about any of that stuff. So it's better to not get sucked into. So I was gonna let me graveyard here. How much Riz does boss have? Probably not enough. Are you talking from personal experience? Definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm talking about it because, I mean, yeah, like, I'm also trying to give advice to you guys a little bit, too. I mean, you can do what you want, but I wouldn't recommend using those apps. Antho with a $5 donation says, boss is the Rizzler. Thank you for the donation, man. Barbs are gonna be... Alright, we gotta go hot, I think, like on defense. What is black pill? I don't want to get into this discussion. I can... Look, I'll briefly explain, just with a few sentences, what all the pills mean. But that's all I'm going to talk about it. I don't want to turn this stream into this, because it's also a little bit controversial, because a lot of guys... Because there's a whole bunch of opinions and perspectives in regards to relationships and all that, right? I think most people know that. But I'm going to give a few brief sentences of what all the pills mean. So I'll tell you right now, the vast majority of guys, probably at least half of guys, don't even know what this stuff means, especially older generations. This is kind of a new thing with like Gen Z and all that. It's because of the rise of social media, pretty much. So basically what blue pill means is that you just think being nice and kind to people is the main thing that matters. If you're red pilled, you think that confidence and like mindset and like sort of like, I don't know, like going to the gym, doing a bunch of things to improve like, you know, your mindset and stuff. And then red pill just basically means, or sorry, black pill means height and attractiveness are the only thing that matter, basically. But in a way, black and red kind of go hand in hand, because sometimes people who are black pilled still try to do stuff that's red pilled to like improve themselves. But you know, you get what I'm saying. I don't want to get into it because I could talk about it for a while, and to be honest with you guys, it's like, it's easy to get sucked into when you're a young guy, that stuff, and I think it's like better just to not worry about it, because for me, I found it to be kind of like a waste of time, sort of, worrying about all that stuff. Because the reality is most people in the real world don't worry or care about any of that stuff. So, and it's tough for me though. And like just being straight up honest here. It's tough for me because I'm a very like analytical person who likes, data and stats and the truth. So, it can be hard to not get sucked into it, but it's like it's still stupid though, and I know it's like stupid. The Matrix movie. Well, that's where it started. I think that is where it started. The red and blue pill. Yeah. That is where it started. Um yeah. Who's your least favorite CR YouTuber? Mine's Crusher. Bro, that guy, look, okay. That guy is kind of a marketing genius. That's all I'm going to say. But bro, some of the stuff he said, I can't believe, like, let's put it this way. He's never going to be in like the creator program or like get a code. The amount of stuff he said that is like sexist and racist is actually mind-blowing. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. Some of the stuff he says is funny because no one expects a big content creator to say the stuff he does. But like it's like as a content creator myself, and I know other people who have talked to, they'll admit to they like find him funny, but it's like they can't believe he says some of the stuff he does. Like, I mean, it's like, look, like some of the stuff he says is crazy. I mean, it's funny though, but yeah, like it like catches you off guard, you know? Sure, what major you're in college? Yeah, a business administration as of now. Bet he earns more money shorts than creator code? Maybe. I don't think though that YouTube shorts pay that much money. I could be wrong though, but I don't think they pay that much. I mean, of course it depends on how many views you get. But nobody earns from shorts. Yeah, it's not a lot. I mean, but it also depends on what you care about because a lot of people care about status more than money, right? So, I mean, even if he doesn't earn a lot of money from his YouTube, you could say like, well, he's almost got a million subs, which some people would rather have than maybe half the subs of that, but more money. I think it all just depends on what you want. Because I know that. I mean, a lot of YouTubers really care about money. But there are a decent amount that more so care about, I guess, growing their channel. Like, so I guess it really depends, right? On what you're after. Besides, it's not all just about the views you get from the shorts or the videos themselves, because you often get brand deals and stuff like that. David with the $5 donation says, "Hey boss, if you're cool sharing, what are you studying in school?" Business administration is what I'm, yeah, doing as of now. I was thinking of doing psychology, but I realized it's probably not the smartest thing to major in, especially if I'm not sure what job I want to do yet. Once I'm done college, I'm mostly going as a backup because I kind of want to be like what you would call an entrepreneur. So business administration, I figured, gives me quite a lot of options. After I go for 4 years, I can decide whether I want to work, like get a job, or I could go for my MBA, so go for another 2 years. I could decide to start a business. Depending on how much money I have, I might, well, I mean, have a lot of options. I mean, technically speaking, YouTube is a business. So I kind of, in a way, already have a business. I kind of realized that the other way. Like, I guess YouTube kind of is a business. I don't know if is it more so a job or a business. I don't know, to be honest. Okay, good placement over there. Us going to the NBA. Whew, that was close. You're not considering YouTube as a full-time job? I mean, I have to be realistic, right? I would probably prefer that. But the thing is, we don't know how much longer this game is going to be sustainable for, like, content creators in this game. I think most of the big content creators in this game are trying to plan ahead for when the game, you know, dies or whatever, or at least goes downhill to the point where it's hard to make a lot of money as a creator. The nice thing is I'm in a very good spot because I'm going to college right now and I'm not even going to be in debt because YouTube is practically funding for me college. I don't have to take out any loans or anything. And then a lot left over too that I'm saving and investing. So I'm in a really good position where I kind of have the opportunity to experiment for a while and test things out. So like if I'm done college and it's like if the game dies, I could try doing content on like another game or even just a completely another genre of content, seeing how that does. So I have a lot of things to consider. I mean, I kind of, I don't know, like I would maybe consider doing something else YouTube related, even if it isn't this game. But to tell you the truth, guys, I don't know if I'm gonna the rest of my life, play video games. Like I don't know if I really see that happening or if I would even want that. Because, and that doesn't mean that I'm not going to do YouTube after this, but maybe it would mean I do other kinds of content on YouTube, like maybe news content or whatever. Just like informative stuff. Also gonna be in a retirement home grinding ladder. There's some people in this game where I kind of wonder that, like, and just think they're gonna be playing so much longer. Like, I don't know. It's hard to predict, but like the people in this game who've been playing competitive like since the start, and there's like no signs of them stopping. I kind of wonder like if there's any way to predict how much longer they're gonna play. You're very, like, analytic. Yeah, that's what, I mean, I know that about myself. The thing is, guys, I'm not trying to say this in, like, it is one of my strengths, alright? Like, I know that about myself as a person. I'm very, I am very, like, analytical. I'm very, you know, I'm a very serious person too. Like I would be good at like kind of like informative type of content, like where it's like because I know a lot of you guys like my discussion videos. So kind of like news type of content that would go beyond Clash Royale, if that makes sense. You got a girlfriend? No, I don't. I like how you included or boyfriend after it. I mean, I guess it is 2023, so kind of have to include it nowadays, right? It's you know, it's actually becoming more and more common among younger generations. I saw actually a surprising stat the other day. Well, I don't know how much I want to get into it, but do you want to start a family someday? Yeah, so as young as I am, um, I have already, you know, thought about that. And the thing I've concluded is I don't know. I think it depends on where I'm at. I feel like I see it in a different way than other people because I understand the responsibility and the money that comes with it. Like I've thought about it, right? Like if I want to have kids, and truthfully, I think it depends on how much money I have. Because it's very expensive, right? Like really, really expensive. And in the U.S., at least, with the housing seemingly continue to go up and up, it's harder to nowadays get like a house, right? And it's becoming more and more difficult. It's the type of thing where if I don't have a lot of money, then definitely not. If I have a lot of money, then yeah, probably. I want to be, and look, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, most people want this, so I don't think it's a bad thing to say. I want to be pretty wealthy, you know, like ideally a multi-millionaire. And if I am, then, or at least, you know, a million, couple million. What I'm trying to say is I want to be very wealthy, because if I have a lot of money, then I'll probably have kids. And see, this is what is going to motivate me to try to have a lot of money, because the way I see it is if I don't have a lot of money, I'm not going to have kids. And I'm going to stay true to that. Only have kids if I have a lot of money. That's why, you know, one of my motives for wanting to be rich, to give myself that option, you know. Doesn't matter how much money you have if you don't have a girlfriend or start a family. It's a good point, but all I'm gonna say is having money helps with that too. But that is a good point you bring up. Can you say just yes to this view? Yes, I know about it, 100%. In fact, I would talk about that, but I don't want to too much. All I know is that Knight is not in a good place right now. There was actually some very disturbing tweets posted recently. I could provide the link to the, to someone who tweeted out, a screenshot of the tweets I'm referring to. And all I'm gonna say is, and no, guys, I'm not talking about the adult content he's posting. Don't worry, that's not what I'm referring to. I'm talking about something that is more so upsetting, you could say. Long story short, though, Knight's not in a good spot mentally, and many people knew that that was going to happen. It's our last shot, getting a push going here. He's just gonna arrow zap, probably. Rip. Made it close, at least. Alright, I'm gonna just provide a link to the tweet. I'm not gonna pull it up on the stream. And to tell you the truth, guys, I was actually thinking of making a video on it, discussing the whole situation, because I know it was going to blow up. I know it would get a ton of views. It would get me a good amount of money, the video, and views. And guys, as much as I'm just being honest here, I do, like, that, obviously that's what a big part of, like, what YouTubers want to do, right? And I was highly considering that, but then I did get a discussion with a couple of my subscribers, because I brought this up last stream, and one of them did bring up an interesting point, because I was saying, like, if I do that, I might get canceled, and I was saying, like, you know, I was saying in a way, like, whereas if I get canceled, it's other people's fault for canceling me, but then I realized people get canceled because you did something wrong, so I thought if I did a video like that and I got canceled, it kind of is my fault, because people cancel people when, like, if you get canceled, and most of the time is the person's fault. So I kind of looked at it, kind of changed my perspective of the whole thing a little bit, and I realized, you know what, if there is a chance of me getting canceled, it's probably not the smartest idea to do a video on. But yeah, I did want to talk about it, and honestly, I am sometimes, I don't know if you guys might have been able to notice this just with how I am as a person, and this is just, like, kind of how I am as, like, my personality, because I'm a very, like, analytical person and stuff like that, who, you know, likes to tell the truth. I honestly care more about being right than being nice, you know? That's very much, I truly am like that. And I know that probably turns some people off. But I care more about being right than being nice, if that makes sense sometimes. And I feel like a lot of other people more care about being nice than being right. So they kind of hide how they feel about things. And I'm not just referring to this in general. I'm just saying that as in general, how I am as a person. So I kind of feel like a lot in my life I have to really stop myself from saying certain things sometimes, because I just, yeah, you know, I very much know I can piss people off sometimes. So that's something as I've grown up, I've gotten better at. So anyway, I'm gonna run this bridge spam deck. I like playing it. It's probably not the best idea to make a video on it. Yeah, I mean, it probably isn't. I mean, it would do well. It would be a good video. But I'm not gonna do it because I'm worried of what the potential consequences will be if I do, such as underestimating the amount of people that, you know, unsubscribe or get mad at me for doing it. Because you never know. And so, to be honest, that's my primary reason for not doing it. I don't even care if it's the right thing to do or not. Like, it probably wouldn't be nice to make a video on it. I don't know. But it probably wouldn't be the right thing to do either. Therefore, it's probably no point in making it. I don't know if he was trying to activate the King Tower or what, but, what's your opinion on the YouTuber Gratz? Yeah, his videos are very good. I haven't ever watched a full videos of his, but I've watched part of a few of them. They're very, very good. I honestly would like to make content like that, but it requires an immense amount of editing, obviously. So I don't know what you were gonna say in that video. Well, I was just gonna provide a timeline of the situation. I would also in the video discuss... I don't want to get distracted because this is a lot of thinking while playing, but I was gonna provide like a timeline of the whole situation, give some brief background information about Night 2, obviously about the big channel, and how he was extremely popular in the game, and, you know, through Clash Royale, and then, talk about also the CWA video, where he interviewed Knight, talking about the, like, you know, mental health problems, and then talking about how basically, like, his Knight's friendship with Molt too, about how that over time fell apart, and also give Molt's opinion on the whole thing, because that was a big part of it too. Molt actually, you know, even publicly said on stream that, you know, they don't even follow each other anymore, and they basically are, you know, not even friends anymore. Like, there's a lot of actually interesting information about the whole thing. I have been following it quite closely, and like, I haven't even discussed everything that I would have said if I were to make a video on it. I mean, long story short, it's a bunch of drama that would end up getting a lot of views. I know it would be an amazing video. It would be a perfect video to make in terms of, like, content-wise. It's just, I don't know what potential backlash I would get, because who knows how I'm, you know, going to offend people who I might not even realize what I'm saying is offensive. Because all I'm going to talk about is what happened. I'm just going to say what happened, basically. I'm going to leave my opinion out of it. I will, though, show the backlash Knight received from the community, because that's not my opinion. I'm just going to show what the community said, basically, with all the hate they gave Knight, you know? Which I think is fine to show that in the video, because that's what happened. And then show some of the controversial stuff Knight said that was very hateful towards certain groups of people. Basically being ungrateful for a large part of his fan base. Would be very interesting stuff to include in the video that a lot of people aren't aware of. There was already a video done on it that didn't talk about all this stuff I'm talking about right now. It's just interesting because, quite frankly, a lot of people want to know what even happened. A lot of people don't even know, like, the whole situation. I would also show, the current situation now with, obviously, how Knight's channel is transformed, and he showed basically transition videos, and that's now his channel. And then also discuss now basically where he's at, where now Knight is experiencing, mental health problems and doing what you call quote unquote adult content. Just basically informing people what's going on. I'm not giving my opinion on it. I'm just providing information of what happened. That's what I'm saying. What's wrong with that, in your guys' opinion? That's what I don't understand. I just don't understand how that could be offensive or wrong. I'm just basically literally saying what happened. It's just an informative kind of history video of the whole thing. For me, I don't see how could at all be, like, offensive, but maybe I'm missing something. Daniel with the $5 donation. This is Rascals, Tesla, Gombrel, Minions, Mighty Miner, Poison Log, Dark Goblin 10 if you play that next. Yeah, I can play that next game. And I could technically still do it. I could still do a video on it, even though I have decided not to. I could just stand strong and just be like, you know what, it's my decision. And if I go through with it and there's some, backlash that I face, then that's fine. I mean, I guess I can do what I want at the end of the day, right? There's also that as an option. I could just do it, and if there are consequences, then I'll learn from it and know, like, okay, well, yeah, maybe it wasn't the smartest video to do. So, I don't know. I mean, I could still think about it. Someone's going to make a video at one point. Someone already did. This is why, guys, I know the video would blow up. I know it would blow up. Someone did a video on it and got over 100,000 views, and it was a random YouTuber. The guy had, like, not even 1,000 subs. I could double check, but the video title was, like, The Downfall of Nick at Night, right? The video literally had, like, I think last I checked, over 100,000 views. And it's a random. The guy didn't even have 1,000 subs. So imagine if I did a video on it. The video might end up getting potentially 200,000 views, 300,000. I mean, it could potentially be one of my best videos. So just seeing that potential, for me, is enough to be like, you know what? If there are consequences for doing it, so be it. Because there's a lot of potential. And I can be careful how I record it, too. And just know, like, I have to be respectful. But, I don't know. I'm going to think about it. I'm not going to title it that, though. Because that would be seen as disrespectful. Downfall is disrespectful. I would title it better. It has 134,000 views. Yeah, and it's a complete random. The person who uploaded it. I mean, excuse me if you consider that rude, calling him a random. But it's literally a random. The guy has, like, what? Like, no one knows who that guy is who made that video. If someone who people actually knew in the community made the video could literally blow up. And that guy, the video was very good. But I felt like he left out a lot of stuff that could have been, like, interesting for people to know. He didn't at all give Molt's take on the thing. And a lot of people who know Knight know who Molt is and know that they were best friends, which is, I think an interesting part to the story that people want to know. Like, what Molt's take is of the whole thing. And I have all that information about that there that I can show. All I know is the video would most definitely probably blow up, and people like drama, you know? So I'm going to consider it. Here's the thing though, guys. If I make a video on it, I would do an appropriate title, okay? Downfall of Nick at Night, that's an appropriate title, and I could see how that's offensive. I would title it more something like The Story of Nick at Night. The Story, right? That's respectful. The Story of Nick at Night. Eh? That's I think that's better, right? I don't know if that would be as clickbaity because people like stuff that's negative and it's going to capture attention, but just for the respect, I'll do The Story of. I could do that. But personally, I think you should go for it as long as it's strictly informative and no personal bias opinion. Yeah, that's exactly how it's going to be. I'm not going to give my opinion at all. I'm going to literally leave my opinion out of it. The thing I'm going to have to most be careful about is the whole pronoun thing, because because people could get mad about that if I incorrectly use it. So what I'm thinking is at the start, I'm going to say he because I'm talking about him before the transition, and then I guess after I might have to say her, or I could just say night, a gender neutral term. That's the one thing I have to be cautious of. But I think besides that, it would be a good video. That's the one thing I need to be cautious of. I'm going to leave my opinion out of it. We already know that. But even if I do that, people could still get mad if I, misgender him or whatever, or her, Night, right? So I just have to keep those two things in mind, and I think it would be a pretty good video. I'm thinking more and more that it's a good idea to do. I should just stay true to what I want to do, what I want to talk about, because it's an interesting topic to me, It's interesting for me to talk about. So if I want to talk about it, then I should do that. I should stay true to that. I should take the risk, and if I'm wrong, then, and if I, made a mistake doing it, then I'll, learn my lesson. I'm young, right? I got plenty of time to learn. Or I'll figure out that I ended up doing the right thing and it ended up being a success. Would you need to have permission? No. You can talk about... I don't think you need permission from someone else. I don't know. No, you don't need permission. You can make YouTube videos on anyone you want. The only time you need permission is if you use someone else's, content, sort of. Was that fireball late? I don't know. Look, guys, all I'm saying in the chat is I think you guys are all overreacting like crazy. Oh, right, I'm gonna use the deck Daniel said. I completely... Bro. I got so distracted. Minor Wall Breakers is a horrible matchup. Because I can't, it's hard to stop the Wall Breakers. Well, I don't know if it's horrible, but I usually lose more than I win that matchup. Rip, GG. Make the video boss, who cares? That's what I'm saying. I think I'm just gonna do it because, heck, you know, Clash with Ash made videos on it, you know? Like, and he's a bigger YouTuber than I am. I'm gonna do it, you know? Well, try it out, right? I don't have a lot to lose. I know what's at stake. I'll do it, you know? I'll do it. I'll start to think about it and plan it. Because again, guys, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to be respectful, okay? It's supposed to be an informative video. My overall goal is just letting people know what happened. Because that's where people are at right now. People have no clue what the heck is going on. A lot of people, like old fans and stuff. Anyway, bro, I gotta stop getting distracted. I'm moving on from this. But do you guys see why it's a good video to do? It gets people kind of like, it's drama. It gets people riled up. I have to, what was the deck Daniel wanted me to use? Give me a second. Sorry, Daniel. Rascals, Tesla. Even if you don't donate for me playing this next, I'm gonna use it anyway, because you already donated a ton earlier. So I'm just gonna, you don't even have to donate if you don't want to. I'm gonna run it anyway. Rascals, Tesla, Log, Dark Gob, Poison, Mighty Miner. Mighty Miner, Minions, Tesla. Tesla's interesting in this deck. Very interesting. Goblin Barrel, Dark Gob. Is this right? Rascals, Tesla, Goblin Barrel, Minions, Mighty Miner, Poison, Log, Dark Gob. 10 if you play that next. I think it's right. This is interesting. I think it would be better to have Inferno in the deck. Yeah, I'm gonna let, you're smart enough to do it right, and the important thing is you have the right intentions, you're letting people know you don't know for sure what the terms are, and you apologize in advance. Yeah, like, I'm gonna let people know at the start of the video that my overall goal of the video is just kind of, like, letting people know what happened. I definitely can do it correctly, without a doubt. Do you need permission from Tribe to do such a controversial video? No, I don't think so. If Knight was on Tribe, that would be probably a different story, but he's not on Tribe, so it doesn't matter. He actually Knight was at one point, but not anymore. The Goblin Barrel. Bro, forgot about the left side. What the? Oh my goodness. Bro, forgot about the left. My goodness. That's game. GG. Daniel, thank you for the 10. You didn't have to, because you said next game, and it was a couple games after, but thank you, Daniel. Appreciate that. He's still donated. Daniel's the GOAT. Thank you so much. The donations have been crazy this stream. From Daniel especially. Then also from Sam, David, who's the other guy? Oh yeah, Anthro. I was about to play another game with it. I mean, I guess I could have, but you know, I'm not in the stack. Yo, boss, what's your opinion on Tum? Bro, Riley always puts me on the spot. Bro, this guy just gave me a free win. Tum. Bro, I would say he needs some more discipline, but like, apparently he just got a good offer that he likes, so let's see if he sticks with it. He needs to eat another bowl, Riley. A salad bowl? I agree. Wait, that was kind of toxic. I mean, Did you mean salad bowl? Bowl of what? Toby Trey with the $14 Canadian donation says, "Good job, boss. Love from Canada." Thank you so much for the dono, Toby. Appreciate that. Much love to Canada. Rise from Canada too. He's here, fellow Canadian. A bowl, just a bowl, like just the bowl with no food in it. All right, yeah, that makes more sense. Bruh, I hate when they split. This deck does so bad against wall breaker decks. Especially, well, not Mega Knight wall breakers are not that bad, but if they have like Mighty Miner wall breakers, it's kind of annoying. He's got a knight though. Seems like everyone's here. Bro, everyone's spawned in. Just recently. I'm gonna Ram Rider now. Where's Ian? Good question. I can see if he's online after this game. He's probably playing ladder. I didn't answer my question? What question? Rage OP! Can we get that Inferno Dragon on the tower? Oh my gosh, man. How old are you? I'm 19. Oh, nice log, buddy. GG. Does Hazard still play CR? I don't think he does, but he did show up in the chat last stream, which is pretty cool. I didn't expect that. What music do you listen to? Listen to, you know, like a lot of like pop and rap, stuff like that. Whoa! Month 2 of giving boss my pass rail. Money, it says Supercell. Let's go, Chase. Thank you. I wonder if they're gonna change the passes. Like, I wonder what their revenue of them is. Something tells me though they still probably got a lot from them, because those, even though there might be less people buying the passes, like a lot less, when people end up buying them, they're more expensive, so they're getting more revenue. So yeah, I don't know. But it's still, like, the best thing to do, without a doubt. Like, if you don't like the pass, to not buy it. Like, if you want there to be changes, you have to show that you're not supporting the pass. That's what everyone said too, like CWA. You have to. Oh my gosh, the barbell got sent back. Let's go. That's game. That's probably the most satisfying interaction with the monk, sending back barbells. It's actually crazy. Bro, why aren't you playing against better players? I'm not too high up right now. I'm only in League 8. How long have I been live for? Hour and 18 minutes. Yeah, I probably can get ultimate this stream. Bro, when Valk Magic Archer first play of the game. I don't know what I would say my top 5 artists are. Cause like I listen to many different ones. Maybe like I'm trying to think like off the top of my head who I would say. It's gonna be fireball range. Are there mods in the stream? There were some just a little while ago. But the chat's been pretty chill, so. Also, I've kind of like gotten used to not minding whatever the chat is. Because I've streamed on Twitch for, 5 years or something like that. So I've kind of just gotten used to all sorts of chats. So I don't even typically, honestly, like, care too much about enforcing it. But, like, if it gets too out of hand, then I'll, let's go, Monk OP. Can you play E-Giant? I could probably play a game of E-Giant, yeah. Do I have it even on my thing here? E-Giant, E-Giant. Bruh. I misclicked. Who the heck is LJ, bro? LJ. Is anyone up here who's using E-Giant? Guy runs Golem. I might just have to make the deck. Toby with the $7 Canadian donation says genre of TV shows or movies you prefer. Probably like action type of movies, like adventure. What would you, or no, that's not what you call it. Or it's sort of like drama, it's like stuff like that. For example, like Breaking Bad, I really liked. I mean, but most people like it, so. Like some of the movies I saw last year I really liked were Top Gun Maverick. That Batman movie was really good. Everywhere, Everything, All at Once. That was another good one. What are some others I've seen? That Note movie I saw. It was alright, but yeah, it was pretty good. See, I don't watch a ton of like shows. I was looking for I might just have to make E-Giant because I can't even find it. Nah, I don't really watch anime that much. I'm just gonna have to make E-Giant. Dang, had to basically change the whole deck. Phoenix. Cannon, okay. Why do people make anime their whole personality? I mean, that's... Yeah, I don't want to say that's true, but there are a lot of, like, anime people who are like that, where for, like, social media, they have an anime profile pic for everything, and then they have, like, you know, anime posters on their wall, like the body pillows, stuff like that. Those are kind of the, I guess, kind of the people who are extreme, but I don't know, I hear about it. Like, there are some people who get pretty crazy with it, for sure. Anime good, community not so much. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I feel like the anime community is a little cringe. But then you have the normal people who just watch anime, you know, but don't get, like, sort of obsessed with it. So I feel like there's a spectrum with it, you could say, you know. You got, like, some of the normal anime fans, and then the crazies. The anime profile pic. I mean, look, like, it's not that bad having an anime profile pic, but I don't know. That was just an example. I don't think that that's actually... But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You're right, I went to a community college anime club, and holy heck, it was so many weirdos. I was sad. That's what I'm saying, and not even just anime, but you guys might not know this. This is why, like, sometimes I'm not largely confident in what I do, you know, as, like, a Clash Royale content creator. Well, in other Clash Royale content creators, I've talked about this too before, they don't also are kind of like this. They don't talk about it too much that they do Clash Royale content. Because kind of like video games along with anime, there's so many weirdos. Like for example, in video game clubs, well, I go to a community college now, but when I go to, you know, the next uni when I transfer and they have, like, all the clubs, I am not joining a video game club. Are you kidding me? Like, it's bad to associate yourself with those people, you know? There's a lot of weirdos. And if you care about your like image, like how other people think of you, like first impressions and stuff like that, I just don't think you don't want to be that guy who is like in the anime club or video game club. It's a bad look, you know? It's not what you want. That's the way I see it, at least. If you don't care about that sort of thing, you don't care what other people think of you, then it's probably fine, you know? You could, but I think, like, you know, if you care about that type of thing, then you probably shouldn't associate yourself in those types of things. It just depends if you care what people think. I mean, yeah, it does, but yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. What about chess club? I mean, I mean, uh, I don't know. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It just depends on what you want to do, I guess. But I mean, yeah, that's kind of the same thing though, where it's like it's a little bit. It's like when you tell people like, "Oh, I'm on the chess club." It's like, well, you're gonna think you're a nerd, you know. So it just it depends, you know. If you care what people think, then same as Clash Royale Club, you don't want to talk about it, bro. If my college has a Clash Royale Club, I wouldn't even join it. I'm not even joking. I would not join it. I would not join it. That's how serious I am about it. Like, yeah, play the game, make content on it. That's what I do, you know, when I'm home. I'm not gonna, when I'm at college, be going to I don't know. I'm not going to a Clash Royale Club. At least I don't think I would. Maybe I changed my mind on that, but I don't even think there's a club that exists, so I don't even have to worry about that anyway. CR Club would know you, so you wouldn't have a choice. I mean, that's actually a decent point, because if people from the Clash Royale Club, like, recognize me or whatever, and it's like everyone would be trying to get me to join the club, and I'd be like, I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time saying no, so it's like if enough people asked me, I'd probably eventually, but I wouldn't on my own join the club, if that makes sense. Band kids? Band? I mean, look, alright, like, this is why you know, you can do what you want, alright? You can do what you want. You can join any club you want. I'm just talking about what I would do. The thing is, like, I mean, if you're really passionate about, and it also depends on how you are as a person, right? I'm the thing is, I'm not like a club kind of guy, you know? I don't like to I think I prefer to do stuff on my own. So even though I really enjoy video games, I would prefer to play them by myself. Same with Clash Royale Club. Even if I was an anime fan, I would rather probably watch anime by myself. I think that's what it really comes down to, too. I think that's part of it. I think, you know, it depends on the type of person you are. If you want to spend time with other people enjoying your hobbies, or if you're someone who would rather alone. I think that's a big part of it too. So it just depends on what you want. There we go. There we go. Wait, can I... Hold up. Boop. Boop. GG. Which were you part of in high school or college? Well, I mean, in high school, I guess I was a part of some stuff because, well, I did track 1 year and baseball, but that was outside. See, my high school was very competitive. It was very hard to make the baseball team, baseball and football team. But then even everything else too, like basketball and other stuff too. We had really good sports teams. But I played baseball for like other leagues outside of the school. The thing is though, is like, I'm gonna be honest here. I didn't even exactly want to do that. Part of it too was my parents kind of wanting me to, because if it were up to me, I would have just probably been playing video games most of my free time. So in a way, even though I might have not exactly wanted to do that, I'm kind of glad that my parents wanted me to, looking back at it, because I think when I think it's good, especially growing up, to play sports and stuff like that, or to do definitely exercise activities, sports, all that kind of stuff. Growing up, I don't know exactly how to explain it, but I just think it's good. Because if I hadn't, done track, baseball, all that stuff, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it would have made too much of a difference. I just think it's good to do, in life it's good, I think, to maybe, I don't know how to explain it, maybe get out of your, like, comfort zone a little bit and do things that you might not necessarily want to do at first. And the thing is, I didn't maybe at first like the idea of, doing baseball or track, but then I didn't mind it, And I realized I was kind of decent at it too, so that also kind of helped with enjoying it. Boss, do you want to have kids in the future? Yeah, someone asked that earlier. If I have a good amount of money, then yeah. If you think about it financially, it's in the US, it's like what, $300,000 probably now to raise a kid from 0 to 18. That's a lot of money, I know this is probably such a bad thing to do, but if you compare that to, you could literally get any car you want with that kind of money. 2 kids is like the cost of a house. Or, well, it might even be 3 in some expensive areas, because housing is ridiculous nowadays. But, 300K, it might be like 250K, but that's going up quickly, Cost of living's going up. So, if I have a lot of money, I would like to have kids. What kind of car are you getting for 300K? Well, that's, kind of an exaggeration, because you can pretty much get almost any car for 300K, except like Lambo and stuff like that. But like if I wanted to get like a Porsche, Corvette, something like that, but a Bugatti for like you can't get a Bugatti. I mean, like let's be realistic here. But like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like some cars pretty expensive. But that would be like crazy to get like a Bugatti or like a Lambo. You know, you want to ideally have like 5 times that money before you get a car. So like if you want to get a Porsche that's like 100K, you probably bare minimum want to have like 500K for it to be a decision you can do financially. Um, yeah, that's like a good general rule of thumb. I mean, some people even say times 10, so it really just depends. But obviously for a house, that's a little different because it's hard to have like that much for a house. Um, but that's only one part of it, right? For having a kid, right? That's only part of the decision is being able to afford it. That's only like half of it. The other half of it is meeting the right woman, right? And there's no way to know if I ever will. This is not a guarantee. Um, so I don't know. Who knows? Will I have kids if I meet the right person and if I'm pretty wealthy? Then yeah, probably. If one of those two things doesn't happen, then no. I mean, that's how it works, right? Or at least that's the way I see it. I think for me, if I don't end up having kids, I'd be fine with it. I don't think I would be upset or regret it. At least that's how I feel now. I'm only 19, so. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much probably the best answer I could give. I probably would if I have a good amount of money and like I'm financially stable. So yeah, that's probably my answer. But I'm nowhere near ready to. And I think too, if I were to have kids, at least this is the way I see it now. Again, things can change. I'm only 19, but the way I see it is, I don't think I'm going to until I'm at least probably 28, maybe even 30. Like it certainly would be a while. I think it's very foolish to have kids when you're young. It sets you, if you want to be a good parent, it will set you back in life in order to delegate time and resources, and then it holds you back from earning money and your own success in life. So it yeah. I saw, for example, but it depends on what other people want. Because I saw, for example, I don't know if you guys saw Oxalate, Surgical Goblin. They're both quite young, and they're having they're having kids now, which is crazy to think. People are growing up in the community. I find that to be kind of young, the age that they are, but at the end of the day, it comes down to everyone's personal preference, and like I said, a big part of it's meeting the right person. And to be honest with you guys, for me, that's going to be a while, because um, I haven't been in any sort of, like, yeah, like any sort of relationship yet. So, um, I'm far from that, first of all. But it just depends on what stage you are in your life. Um, Ox was interesting in the tweet. He said he met the girl a year prior and she's pregnant. Well, actually, that's similar to what happened to Surge. I think he only met her in person about a year before making the announcement. But, that lightning was a little aggressive. Nate, if possible, would you reproduce with an anime girl? Okay, guys, I think we know the answer. I think we already know the answer to that question, whether Nate would admit it or not. I think we know the answer to that. I mean, like, all right. all right. I'm not even gonna say anything else, but I think, like, all I'm gonna say is I think we know the answer to that. Bro, E-Giant's a tough matchup, but, it's, you know, it's winnable, especially because we're in League 8. I'm just playing. Please kill it. Let's go, Rage OP. Alright, we gotta watch out, we gotta watch out, bro. Come on. Let's go, Golden Knight. Dash was a flop. Bro fumbled the dash. Bro. Come on, Ram Rider. Let's go. Dash, charge. What does a fireball do? No! There's no way. There's no way. No shot. No shot. Oh my gosh, man. There's no shot. That was 1 HP off. I thought we were gonna lose, maybe. I'm glad I didn't just go for that fireball without checking. That could have been a disaster. Could have been a disaster. Bro, we bypassed it. How's it going, Mr. Mosaic Bombastic Mossy Bossy? Quite good. Came here for the gameplay, stayed for the philosophy. Let's go. How's the gym going for you, boss? Pretty good. Probably gonna go later today. Bro. Bowler. How's it going, Rika? How old is Surgical Goblin? I think like 24, probably. 23, maybe. It's probably weird the amount of facts I know about a lot of the Clash Royale players. How old is Sir Tag? Ooh, that's a good question. I think... Ooh, that's a good question. I think he's like 26. 25, 26, 27. Something like that. Yeah, I think he's like 26. Or 25, around there. I want to say. I thought he was 24. He might be. I think he's 25. Yeah, it's a good question, because I don't know the exact age. But my guess is 25. 26 is probably too old, but I think 25. I don't know for sure, though. Ask him then? I'm not gonna ask him. It's a weird question. I just DM. I could figure it out some other way. By, like, you know, just looking it up somewhere. He's 26? Yeah, so... You're muted inside of you? Bro, the clan name has a lot of potential meanings. Does he mean inside of my head rent-free, or... Bro. The crazy thing is, I have him muted, too. Same graveyard deck? Yeah, I know. I don't know why so many people are using this. Oh, might not be graveyard. Ram Rider! Kind of like Hog Rider. Alright, come on. Match Catcher. Go, 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 go! Don't activate the ability. Alright. Nice. Baby Nate is a noob. Bro, Baby Nate has so many haters. It's crazy. Nate is going to flex on them this season, though. I'll Inferno Drag here. Come on, Monk. I thought you were broken. What was that? Do I even need a Barbell? Probably not. Chill out with your Gob Hut, bro. We get it. You like spamming it. Bro needs to relax. Bro, we couldn't even get the Ram Rider to connect. connect? We are in shambles right now. It is not looking good, folks. It is not looking good. Bruh, the gob hut is broken. That thing might. Come on, Magic Archer, I believe. Nope. That's tough. We needed one more connection with the Ram Rider and we would have had it, but... What? Why is everyone using this? Is this deck even good? Because I don't see people run it in competitive that much. But everyone's running it on ladder. That's why I'm confused. Why is everyone running this deck in Grand Challenges and ladder, but I don't see like anyone running it in competitive? Why is that? I'm kind of confused. Oh my. Bro. I messed that up. There we go. Alright. It's time. Oh yeah, I already have the deck. Cole is Asian? Okay. What is the average age of this chat? That's a good question. My guess would probably be like 16. To be honest, probably be a little more than that. Maybe like 17. Because you have to factor in there's probably a decent amount of people watching who are in their, like, you know, 30s or whatever. Or at least late 20s. I don't know, though. But there's also probably a lot of, like, 13, 14-year-olds, so I don't know. Okay, it's definitely at least... Watch him freeze. Yeah. That's why I'm saying it's definitely at least, like, 18 or 19, probably. Oh my goodness. Crusher audience. His audience is probably pretty young, yeah. Of course we get Lumber Loon. our first match with this deck. Oh. It's not looking good. Bro went for that sneaky bowler in the pocket there. Dang. That's tough. You gotta admit, Crusher's funny. It's just surprising, like Boss Say gets away with so much. I mean, it's not surprising he gets away with it. It's just he won't be able to be in the creator program or whatever because of some of the stuff he says. But yeah, I mean, like, also what, yeah, never mind. I was gonna ask something, but I'm not even gonna go there. Yeah, that was tough. Archers, minions for the graveyard. Yikes. I guess if we were in double and we didn't lose a tower, we probably would have had a chance. But when we lost a tower, it was kind of hard to come back from that. I might change the deck. I mean, this deck is good, but it's not that great against, like, off-meta type of decks. Never seen a video where Crusher didn't say daddy. I don't know, it's kind of cringe. It's like funny and cringe at the same time. Like, it's so cringe that it kind of ends up being kind of funny. Yeah, he'll go like Daddy Monk or like or Daddy Electro Giant. And then he just says like weird phrases too for some of the cards. Amir says, "You're a great person, boss. Wish you the best." Thank you. I wish you as well the best in your life as well, man. Means a lot. Sometimes I don't think I'm a sometimes, to tell you all the truth, I don't think I'm that good of a person in terms of like my character. I'm not talking about player. Sometimes I don't think I'm that nice of a person because I'm pretty honest and I just say things how they are. But when you guys say stuff like that, it makes me, you know, feel like, yeah, maybe I actually am, you know, a better person than I think I am. But I try to be nice when I can, you know. Um, who can poison that? Are you competing CRL this year? Yeah, I'm trying to. The time zone's a bit annoying for me that it's at. It's not the best for NA. But I'm trying to adjust my sleep schedule because I know if I want to be a better competitive player in this game, I have to definitely fix my sleep schedule. Because it's important to have a good sleep schedule suited for what you're going for, you know? In this game, you can kind of either pick one of the two options. You either got to go for a sleep schedule that suits ladder or competitive. If you're an NA player in this game, that's kind of how it works, because ladder ends at like 4 a.m. Or even 5 a.m. some months for NA if you're on the East Coast. But for competitive, most of the time, a lot of competitive events are at like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. So if you have a sleep schedule that's good for ladder, you're not going to be able to easily wake up at those times and like play your best in competitive because your sleep schedule is not going to be the best for it. So it might be time where it might be a smart idea for me to prioritize competitive over ladder, because I guess realistically it's more important anyway than ladder. Ladder doesn't really get you much when you think about it, except bragging rights, because for this year in CRL you just need top 1000 to qualify. So maybe I should just fix my sleep schedule and have it so I wake up, you know, at like 8 or 9 a.m. So at least when it's a competitive event, I'm going to be playing my best. Because a lot of times when I'm playing competitive, I feel like I have a lot more potential, but I'm just not playing as well as I could. If it were a match that were like in the evening or whatever for me. So as a result, I kind of have to fix my sleep schedule a bit. So, how tall are you? I'm about 6'1". We baited him, nice. Dang, you won't have any problem getting because I'm 6'1". I think guys overrate height sometimes. That's my opinion anyway. I think that your face matters a lot more than height. Looks do matter, trust me. I do think they matter, without a doubt, but I think people really overrate height. As long as you're, like, average height for a guy, your height's not really gonna be detrimental to your success in that. Height doesn't matter unless you're shorter than 5'9". Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think it's more so worse if you're very short than if you're tall. I think being tall doesn't actually benefit you that much. I think people overestimate how much it actually benefits you. I think if you're average height, but yeah. I think if you're average height, like, right, if you're a guy 5'9", 5'10", I think if you have a face that's like an 8 out of 10, that's better than a guy who's 6'4", who has a face that's like a 4 or 5. You get what I'm saying? Your face always has more weight than your height. It's only a factor. My friend is kind of mid, but he still got a girlfriend before me because he's 6'2". I don't know if it has to do with him being 6'2". And the thing is, I think that's a very bad thing to do. Compare yourself to your friend or other people. Because you guys have to understand, too, with relationships, at least what I believe, it's not entirely in your control. There is a little bit of luck in it involved. I mean, I think it would be, or outside factors that aren't in your control, you know? Because it takes two people to make a relationship. It's not something you have full control over. So I think that's a really bad thing to do. Compare yourself to how your friends are doing in comparison to you. I think it just makes you feel kind of worse about yourself. I don't think you should do that. It could have just been because of luck. There's no way that you can say, like, it's because he was taller or something like that. That's at least the way I see it. You just can't say for sure. And personality does matter. I mean, of course, you know. It does matter. But, of course, it's not the only thing, so. But then again, I don't also think I'm the best person to give advice about this sort of thing. I guess I could, though, because who says the YouTube gurus or whatever are any more qualified than I am? But, you know. But what people said in the chat, I very much so agree with that too. I think confidence does matter a lot. As well. And to be honest with you guys, I'm not a super confident person. Maybe that's a little surprising to you guys, or maybe you disagree with it a little bit. Because for some reason people think that people who do YouTube are, you know, just confident for whatever reason. But I'm, you know, I'm not like a super confident person, so it's definitely something, you know, I'm trying to work on a bit, for sure. Part of why I think I'm not very confident is because I'm very realistic. It's hard for me to lie to myself, you know? I feel like some people are able to do that, kind of, and like hype themselves up, and kind of make them think they're better than they are, or something. I can't really do that. I know where I'm at, you know? In terms of everything. I'm very self-aware. I think that's the best way to put it. But sometimes I feel like it can be a bad thing, because I think sometimes having a little bit of confidence, as long as it's not arrogance, can be a good thing. And I do think I lack that sometimes. So Rose humble. Sometimes I don't think I'm very humble, and in some areas of my life I sometimes do think I have a bit of an ego and I need to watch myself. But in terms of how I look and sort of like what I'm capable of, I feel like I'm very realistic and I know where I stand, you know? Yeah. Some areas of my life I'm pretty humble, yeah. Thoughts on Juicy J quitting university and pursuing Clash? I mean, he's kind of making a bag right now, so I can't say it's a bad decision. I mean, I don't want to say it, but no, but as a creator, I obviously have an idea of how much he's making. I mean, he's making a lot of money right now from how successful his utilization of TikTok was, you know, pulling viewers from there to Twitch, and, you know, the subs he earns and that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, he's making a lot of money. So I think if we're looking at right now, he's definitely made the right decision. I think Juicy J too. You know, I could tell he enjoys it. I mean, he's grinding a ton. You can see, like, he's streaming really long. So he has, you know, the discipline and motivation too to keep up what he's doing with what he's doing for a while. So I would say it's not a bad decision in his situation. Because he's young still. I think he's only like, I think he just turned 21. That's pretty young, you know? It's only a couple of years older than me, and he could go back to uni if he wants to in a couple of years, or if he continues to pop off with what he's doing, then he may not need to, if he's able to have success in other games, if he keeps his audience. Juicy J? Not the rapper. Not the rapper. Okay, guys, this might be crazy. No, I'm not going to say it. I was just about to say probably something really stupid, and I think it would have been... Okay, but what if it's true, though? Because didn't Juicy J, the rapper, kind of fall off? I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised if Juicy J is the content creator is more well known than the rapper right now. That's probably stupid. I'm probably wrong, but maybe I'm kind of underestimating how well known Juicy J the rapper is, because I know he was like, Juicy J has 1.6 million. Okay, I was wrong. See, it was stupid. The thing is, I don't listen to Juicy J a lot, so the rapper. So I didn't know. But yeah, I knew it was going to be stupid. I shouldn't have even said it. Oh, man. But if we're talking about like right now, like I bet you if Juicy J the rapper were to go live on TikTok, Juicy J would probably have more viewers than him. I'd probably be willing to bet that. But I guess if you're talking about people like who, if you ask someone on the street, right, like a random person in some country, more people are gonna know who the rapper is. I mean, yeah, you guys are probably right. Juicy J is getting recognized though, occasionally in public. So I do just want to say that. So I think, guys, if we want to get really technical here, we could maybe say, for people who are young, maybe more people know who Juicy J, the CR player, is. I don't know. Anyway. Literally, I don't know any song by Juicy J. The only one is that one, Dark Horse, with Katy Perry. And the only reason why I know that was Juicy J in the song is because at the beginning of the song, it was like, Juicy J or something. It was like, Katy Perry, Juicy J. Uh-huh. That song was really good. Definitely one of the... kind of a banger when it first came out. Okay, we do retarget that mini P.A.K.A. Wiz Khalifa? Bro, Wiz Khalifa was the GOAT back in the day. Yeah, uh-huh. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow. That song's good. Oh, was he also the one with Snoop Dogg? The Young, Wild, and Free? Was he with Snoop Dogg? In that song? That song was also a big hit. I really like that song. Young, Wild, and Free. Snoop Dogg. Also, Work Hard, Play Hard. That's another good song by him. The bigger the bills, the harder we fall. Yeah, that song. 'Cause my money long. The faster you go. He was with Payphone song? Bruno Mars is good. Hey, from Denmark. Welcome, Alex. fact he's got EQ is kind of annoying. Oh, that's tough. Rip. No, that's game. Gotta have EQ. Let's see what people are using. The guy's using Pig Cycle. I don't think that P.E.K.K.A deck is that good, but I know Riley's using Bait. He's using... I'm gonna run this stack again then. Did bro know I didn't have the tornado or something? Oh my goodness. What is Muhammad Light's best deck? Probably everything. That's actually a good question, Ethan. Did they, like, think about that when they were designing it? I don't know. Like, you bring up a good point. damage you just got. This is a struggle, can't lie. Alright. Alright. This is a bad matchup? I'm not sure. I feel like it's probably not. We getting double and triple. See you, got to go, everyone. See ya, Marson. Have a good one. Well, nah, man, thank you for the donation. Says, hey boss, how good do you reckon Hunter is in this meta? I think it's alright, but I think it's mostly only good in Royal Giant decks. But in RG, it's alright, yeah. It's probably like an average card in this meta. Man, this is kind of taking forever and I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna use Splash Yard. Have you ever heard of Jersey Mike's? Yeah, the sandwich place I have. have the AP US history exam tomorrow. I'm still watching you play. Good luck on the exam tomorrow. Alright, there we go. Nice win. I wonder how Splash Shard does against the spawner deck. Well, well, well. How about that? That's gonna help us out a ton. I might after this game take a quick break to eat dinner. I don't know. Sathwick with the donation. Appreciate that. Yeah, I might not be playing my best today because I didn't have coffee earlier. So I'm a little tired. I had tea instead, which doesn't have as much caffeine, but it was close. Sathwick, another donation, says, GG's boss, love your content. Thank you so much for the 2 donations. And I'm glad you enjoy my content. Thank you for the support. Yeah, I'll be right back. I need to blow my nose. I think I got allergies or something. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Okay. Lee can wait for him. Yo, boss, do you have any moderators? Not a lot. I don't really mind too much what people say, though. Hi, boss, huge fan. What makes Moonlight so good? Why can't other people be like him? I think it's a combination of a couple things. You could argue he's very good, but you could also argue it means everyone else is just not as good as him, pretty much. He has all the correct pieces of what you need to be, well, the player he is. He obviously has the talent, but he also has the mindset, clearly. Because he has a growth mindset and he's very confident in himself. He believes, even as good as he is now, that he can continue to get better. Because he even says himself there's some decks he hasn't mastered. And he's pretty much continuing to get better and better. He just has the perfect mindset that you need and a lot of talent. And, I mean, you could say it's also because he's worked pretty hard playing a lot, but there's many players who have played just as much as him that aren't as good. So you need to have talent and the right mindset. How much longer are you going to stream? Well, trying to get Ultimate. That was the goal for the stream. It's been taking a bit longer than I thought. I'm not playing too well today. I'm a little tired. It's alright though. I'm not in a big rush. Although I really do need to get working on an essay that I gotta do in a few days. I got a history essay I gotta do. But after the stream, besides maybe getting started on the essay, I don't have a whole lot I gotta do. I mean, I was maybe gonna work out, but the gym I go to on weekdays is open 24 hours, so there's no rush to do that. I probably shouldn't go too late, though, because don't want to, you know, ruin my sleep schedule before CRL this weekend. Alright, GG. Nice win. Golem's a pretty easy matchup for Splash Shard. Pretty much every Golem deck, for the most part. But yeah, guys, I don't worry too much about the people saying the hateful things in the chat. They don't even bother me that much because how can I like even be mad about it? Like because they're true. I mean, it's not like they're wrong. Like there's comments saying like, "Oh, yeah, I mean Muhammad Light is a lot better than I am." It's like yeah, obviously. I'm like I'm not nowhere near as good as him. Like it's not even close. I mean absolutely. Yeah, like it's just, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got me there. He's yeah, most definitely a lot better than I am. uh, let's see. Sathwick with the sub. Thank you so much for the sub. He also donated a couple times this stream. Thank you so much, Sathwick. Really do appreciate that. Hey, boss, I'm a member now. Thank you, man. I saw that. Much appreciated. Maybe I'll add some more emotes soon for the members to use. I think I'm able to add a couple more. I could be wrong, though. Is 6'2 for 15-year-old good? 16'2 good for 15-year-old? I mean, yeah, obviously. For any age, 6'2 is above average. But again, I already talked about this a little bit earlier. I think that even though height does, of course, matter, I think that it's not, like, nowhere near everything. And it's not worth worrying about too much because it's something you can't control. If you're tall, then take the blessing, be happy about it, but if you're not, then just use it as motivation to, get jacked, all that stuff. Being overwhelmed by the realistically, being tall is not a blessing for your health or comfort in the long term. You're right. I mean, already as young as I am, sometimes I have problems with my back and stuff, and actually when you're tall, you actually have a shorter lifespan. I don't know if it's drastically shorter, but even for me being like 6'1", which isn't super tall, I think it does definitely take, oh man, maybe if I got that NATO down in time. It does take, probably a couple years off your life, for sure. The taller you are, the more it does, probably. And, like, back problems and stuff like that. It's not actually, and that's why I do think people worry too much about height. Because being tall does come with some cons, undoubtedly. Yeah, like the guy said, I mean, health problems, like problems with your back, and shorter lifespan, technically. So, if you guys see, for the people who live to be like in their 100s, they're usually pretty short. Women and short people live longer. So that's why I'm saying there's pros and cons to both. You're scaring me with these facts? Well, it's just how it is, you know? Sometimes life is a scary thing. GG. Matchup was pretty free. Actually played pretty well. Interesting questions. Bro messed up the activation. Would you rather see a Riley face reveal or Ian? Well, Riley already did a face reveal. Wait, what? And everyone already knows what Ian looks like too. What the? Riley's face reveal was kind of weird though, not gonna lie. Like the picture quality was so bad that he posted. Who looks better, Ian or Riley? Yeah, good question. You know, in all honesty, they're both, decent in terms of looks. I don't know who I'd put above. Like I only have seen Riley from one picture, so they're both tall too. Like they're both above average. Game sound muted. Is it really muted? Um, hold up. Oh, it actually is. Give me a second here. I could probably fix it real quick. Um, Alright, I think that fixed it. We've been winning a lot of the games ever since I switched to Splash Yard. If Morton and Riley were drowning, you could only save one. Who would you choose? What the... Bro, what are these questions? That's like actually a really interesting one, though, to consider. If Morton and Riley were drowning, you can only save one. Who would you choose? Oh my gosh. Um, uh, I don't know why, but I'm kind of leaning towards Morton. It's such a dumb question, though. I don't know. I feel like kind of bad for saying Morton. I don't know. If Morton fell in the Clash Royale River, would you emote on him? Probably. Yeah, this matchup sucks. Unless you get a king activation, this is so hard to win. If Heads was a $50 Amazon gift card and Tails was instant death, would you flip the coin? Okay, as crazy as this sounds, guys, I've actually thought about that kind of question before. That type of it, except way different than that. Where it's like, if you spin a wheel or something that has like 100, well, basically, like, you have like a 1 in 100 chance of dying, basically, like a 1% chance. If it lands on like the one square, whatever, or if it's like there's 100 people in the room, 99 get $1,000,000, one dies or whatever, would you like take that risk getting the million? And then you could take it up a notch further, so it's like for $1,000,000,000, but you have like 10 people in the room die, but 90 get $1,000,000,000. Those types of odds or whatever. But for 50/50, are you kidding me? Nah. For $50 Amazon gift card? But for $1,000,000, I'd do that. If I had a 1% chance of dying, I would definitely do it. 1%'s not that high. And the way I see it is if I end up being the one dying, well, it was meant to be, you know? Because it's like, well, you're that one unlucky person, so. It's unlucky, but it is what it is. I would do 1,000,000,000 for a 50% chance. What? I mean, it's like 50% though. $1,000,000 right now, or 3-pointer for $50. What the? What, or 50,000,000? So 1,000,000 right now, or 3-pointer for a chance of winning 50,000,000. I'm not that good at basketball, so I'd probably take the 1,000,000. Because, yeah, I don't know. I probably only make like 20% of the 3-pointers I shoot. RIP. Bro, the questions are so dumb. Like, what? And sister chat, like, that's kind of crazy. Like, that's kind of extreme. I mean, like, really? A lot of people debate or, like, make jokes or memes about cousin, but, like, sister, like, what? Don't you guys think that's, maybe a little too far? I don't know. He trolling? Yeah, I know. Rule the world or 60% chance of death. If I was older, I probably would take those odds, like if I was much older. But since I'm young, I wouldn't take those odds. Well, then again, that could go both ways because it's a bad deal. I don't know. You're more likely to die, but if you rule the world, then it's like it's awesome. So I mean, that's a tough one for sure. Would you rather be a billionaire and delete your YouTube channel or stay a YouTuber? Bro, obviously be a billionaire and delete my YouTube channel. The fact that that's a question is crazy. Heck, if someone offered me $1 million to do that, I probably would. But $1 billion? I mean, oh my goodness, of course. Well, I would say definitely 10 million, no question. If it was $1 million someone was offering me, I would have to think about it for like maybe a few days, but then I'd probably go through with it and be like, you know what? As someone who's only 19, having $1 million would be pretty. I could buy a house already, even in the pretty expensive area I live in. Would be able to get a house. I'd be pretty much set. Would you rather save me from dying or delete your YouTube channel? Upside's definitely dying. I mean, like, I feel like a bad person for, the thing is, I don't really know you, so no hard feelings. Oh man, I feel like I feel kind of bad though, you know, like, but I don't know, man. Like, it's like I don't even know the guy, so it's like you're evil. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like I said, guys, before. I really think sometimes I'm not a very nice person because I probably would make those decisions that aren't very kind of nice, you know, what you would kind of call selfish decisions. But I'm young. Maybe that'll change when I get older. Would you rather let me die or let Morton die? Well, if I was in a situation where I could only save one, probably Morton. I mean, I would probably let you because again, I don't know you, and I don't mean it like in a toxic way. It's just the truth. Like if there's a random person, right? If I had to save a random person or Morton, I would I would say Morton. I mean, like it's just that would be it's like a bad situation to be in, obviously, but that would go for anyone, not just Morton. Like people are instinctively gonna save the person they know more. You know, that's just how it works. You're in this world for yourself, though, so it's understandable. Yeah, that's the way I feel about a lot of things. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to do what benefits you. A book that actually talks about that, if you guys are interested in reading it. If you guys know the book, The 48 Laws of Power, um, I'd recommend, if you haven't read it, maybe check it out. It's especially really good for people to read who are, if you're a very nice person, like overly nice, it's especially a good book for those kinds of people because it gives you helps you have a little more balance in your life. Boss is a Hamza fan. I'm not really a fan of him. I've seen like a couple of his videos. It's dark. I don't understand your question. Um, like what? Um, all right, nice hog, or I mean mortar connection there. Bro rocketed nothing. Would you grow 4 inches or shrink 1 inch? That is a very tough one. Ah, that is tough. That is very difficult. Because I'm 6'1". So if I grew 4 inches, I'd be 6'5". You could argue that's too tall. Even for health-related reasons, it's too tall. It would shorten my life probably by a few years. That's probably almost guaranteed. It's the question of socially. Would being 4 inches taller benefit me enough to where the cons, it outweighs the cons? That's what I don't know. We know taller people, we know they make more money, statistically, and all that. It's just like, I don't know, like, on that one I might have to lose 1, because I 6 feet, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one. It's a good question, to be honest. I wonder what all other people who would say, who are around my height. Bro, the mortar's so slow. Did he even get a single hog hit that whole game? Wait, I think he did, yeah. I might have to end soon, guys. Screw getting the ultimate, potentially. This is taking forever. It's already been, like, 3.5 hours. My god. Like, it's just not worth it at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. If I don't start getting close in, like, another half hour, I'm probably gonna end. Why do you guys keep asking that question? It doesn't even make any sense. Like, I'm so confused. Would you rather be Andrew Tate or Boss CR? $1,000 question. I mean, I think most people would rather be Andrew Tate. I'd probably rather be Andrew Tate than myself, so. I mean, I don't know where I'll be at when I'm his age, but knowing he's like almost a billionaire now, he's pretty famous, you know, I think it would be pretty hard to get to where he's at in life when I'm that age. It's possible, but you know, I'm gonna need to make something crazy happen, right? why do we keep just getting, it feels like, some of the... I don't want to blame the matchups, it's just a lame excuse, but... I would rather be normal than a psychopathic cult leader. See, that's the thing, right? Like, a lot of people... It all depends on what you want in life. I think that's a big part of it. And without getting into it too much, like... You know, I'll say that's why... Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about my opinion on Tate, because it's obviously incredibly controversial, but I think it's pretty obvious I don't hate him, and I do agree with a lot of stuff he says, because I am like him in some ways. To me, at least, maybe it's because I'm younger. I do kind of want to be, you know, wealthy, kind of like he is, or, you know, the status, you know, that fame, and I think there's a lot of young guys kind of like me who kind of like that, you know? I've always been someone, when I was younger, who I don't want an average life. I'm very much like that. So, with Tate kind of saying that, I kind of agree with that too. I'm also someone like that. I have very high standards of myself, basically. And so I do kind of feel motivated and inspired a little bit by him. I mean, without a doubt. Because what he has in life, a lot of it is what I hope to have too someday. I mean, truly. Because I like, you know, sports cars and stuff like that, and, you know. And I think, guys, I mean, this might be kind of a, like, not true for some people. I know some people do hate him, like, truly do, and this isn't the case. But I do think there are others who are a little jealous, potentially, of him, and so they just go the route of hating. And I don't agree with everything he says. I think it's bad to agree with everything someone says, because you're then a cult, you know? It's not good to be a cult. It's not good. The people who are supporters of him, who agree with everything he says, I'm completely against that. I think that that's ridiculous. But I'm someone who picks and chooses what I agree with and form my own opinion. That's how I am, you know? So... He's also a terrible person, though. Well, I don't know if I'd necessarily consider myself an amazing person. The thing is, guys, and this is the reality, a lot of times, really successful people are not good people. There's, you know, countless examples of this. That's why, like I said, in regards to having a successful life, everyone has their own definition of it. Because for some people, having a lot of money and having a lot of power to them, that's mostly all they care about in regards to success. It doesn't matter how they got there and how bad of a person they were. We talk about people who get very far in, like, dictators, you know? Like, really ruthless ones from the past. You probably guys know who I'm talking about, some of them. That's what they strive for. And when you look at it like that, like, see, there's many ways you can look at it. Because even though a lot of people, they were considered bad people, they were technically speaking successful, if that makes sense. So, there's ways you can look at it. It just depends on how you define what success is to you. For some people, it means, and this is the case I think for many people, a lot of people might just consider it, you know, living a normal life, right? Having a family, and just being a good person. To some people, that's what success is. To others, though, they don't think that that's enough, or what that is exactly. So oftentimes, it is the people who have a different way of thinking who kind of go above and beyond, and that's why they achieve the things that aren't the norm. Because for them, in order to achieve success, they need to do so much more. So, it all depends on what your goal is in life. Now, with that being said, there are some nice people, obviously, who end up being very successful. But the point I'm making is if you look back at some of our... Well, you know what? I guess in a way you could argue... Alright, I'm trying to focus here. Nope. This should be game. GG. Do you like the person and character you are? I guess I'm content with it. But do you like Jordan Peterson? Yeah, I do. You know, he's clearly an extremely intelligent person. And I just really like listening to him discuss things. Like, you know, his lectures and just topics he talks about. Yeah, rip. I might just end soon. This is stupid. Like, I'm losing to a lot of, like, just weird decks. Well, that one particularly. I guess some of the others weren't that weird. Alright, guys. I'm probably gonna end now. I think I'm done. Like, it's been like 4 hours, and I want to eat, and it's just like it's like 8 o'clock for me. I was gonna work out, and I really got to work on an essay too. That's due in a few days. I haven't started it yet. I already just turned one in for English, but I got to do one for history now. Yeah, and I probably shouldn't waste any more time doing this, because in reality, who really cares if I get Ultimate today or if I get it in a day or two? It really doesn't probably make a difference. And I could probably, for my next YouTube video anyway, just push to Ultimate. I also play better off stream. I'm clearly not, like, I'm kind of, you know, a little tired. I'm not playing as well as I normally do right now, so, yeah, probably now. But, what are you hitting today at the gym? I was back and biceps, because last time I worked out, I did, chest, shoulders, triceps, so. Yeah, bye, chat. Interesting topics today, I guess we were talking about. Thank you all for the support, the donations, everything. Yeah, I don't know when I'll be live again. Is there a Royal Tournament starting soon? No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, maybe I'll stream ladder again before I play the Royal Tournament. I'm not really sure. Alright, bye, guys. Have a good one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye, guys.